Welcome to Revolution here tonight on the MTA YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining us here as we kick off an all-new July season on Revolution. 16 of the baddest monster trucks going to be duking it out right here on the arena floor. A lot of new faces coming to play the game here tonight, and a lot of new trucks making their debuts right here tonight on Revolution. There's the man that beat here tonight, the reigning and defending Revolution champion, Bradley Graham, inside of King Sling. We're going to find out if he can hold on to that championship flag as the night goes on. Here's how round one action is going to be breaking down. We're going to see the debut of an all-new truck. It's going to be 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 coming out to take on Stone Crusher. Then we're going to see Crash Test Dummy take on Midnight Rider. Sakers taking on Monster Energy. UFO back to play against Iron Warrior, other side of the bracket. The return of the Cowboy takes on the brand new Sting Machine. Escalade goes one-on-one with Sparkle Smash. Gravedigger taking on Blockhead. And then Rampage gets first pack of the champion in King Sling. Now coming up to the line right now, we haven't seen this man in a long time. Jimmy Clancy finally back in the all-new 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭. He's now ready to take on Austin Grozier, who is out here in the June season on Revolution in that bad, fast Stone Crusher out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now staged over here on the inside lane. Both drivers staged up and ready to go. First race of the all-new July season, 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and Stone Crusher. Here's the green light down the straightaway. The Gator's got a lead on him. Stone Crusher trying to come back out of shape in the shutdown area. Austin Grozier will gather it up right there, but 𝐾𝐾𝐨𝐽 is your round one winner here tonight over the Stone Crusher. Next up here tonight inside of round one, it's the return of Kieran Adams inside of the Crash Test Dummy. He's about to go one-on-one with Justin Lamb inside of the Midnight Rider. He has well competed in the June season last month, made it to the final round showdown. He came up just short. He would love to find his way back to the finals here in this season. He's got to go through Crash Test Dummy early tonight inside of round one. Staged at the line they are. Here's the green light. Off the line they go. Midnight Rider with a hole shot up and over. No man's land now. And it's all Justin Lamb as he catches a bump draft down there inside of the shutdown area by the Crash Test Dummy. Midnight Rider will advance over into round two. Crash Test Dummy is on the trailer for the night. Next up in round one, new kid on the block, Chip Cartwright, made his debut last season. He's got a little bit of experience underneath him now, but not as much as this man, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper. Monster Energy out here rocking the Renegades Motorsports race team. He's ready to go on the outside lane. Jimmy Cartwright made a huge impression last season out. Shows he's going to be a player out here on the MTA circuit. Here's the green light down the straightaway. They go side by side. They're shooting out to the finish line. It's going to be Shaker. He'll upset the veteran. Jimmy Cartwright making a big name for himself. He puts a longtime veteran on the trailer after round one. That was a great heads-up race here tonight, but now we move on. It's James Vaillancourt, Mr. Cool Hand Luke, coming back for the KJ Motorsports race team. He is now set to take on Cam Blank in the Iron Warrior Ford, all the way out of Hagerstown, Maryland, the UFO Ford on the outside lane, based out of Cinnamon, New Jersey. Now Cam Blank and Iron Warrior picked up a Thunder Championship last season, now finding himself on Revolution. He's got to go through UFO. The green light goes down. The Ford Oval Brigader side by side. What a wheel stand by Vaillancourt. Over he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see that? By God, he rode it all the way through no man's land and dumped it on its lid down inside the shutdown area. What an incredible wheelie right here, folks. Take another look at this. Much like Chad Legit did last season in Tropical Thunder, he's side by side with Iron Warrior. Maybe a bad bounce off the front jump right there, and he rides the tailgate. Still has foot down through the floorboard. He tried to get across the finish line first. Unfortunately, dumped it over on its side as he got down towards the finish line. And Cam Blank almost made a little bit of contact with him as they went up and over the cars. MTA track court officials rushed down there. Old Vaillancourt knocking the rust off the UFO machine. But he satisfied some fans out here, no doubt about it. I guarantee you, he'll be up at the top of the track selling some t-shirts later on tonight, because that was spectacular. Moving right along with round one action, it's going to be the debut of Ian Frank here tonight in the all-new Sting Machine. The truck has never been on the MTA circuit, making its debut here tonight. He will draw up against an old-time veteran. He's been with us since day one, March 28, 2020 at Monster Mania 1. Jason Cook, the last outlaw, over here on the outside lane inside of the Cowboy Chevrolet, ready to rock the house. Here's the green light down the straightaway. They go side by side up and over the first jump, and Cowboy will pull it out by inches. He gets the win over the all-new Sting Machine, but the rookie was right there with him. New kid on the block, Ian Frank in the Sting Machine. Let's go back and look at this photo finish. Your winner, Jason Cook and the Cowboy by a tire length. The rookie almost had his number right there, with the Cowboy puts him down here tonight. And next up is another new kid on the block. We got Lily Allison in the all-new Sparkle Smash coming to Revolution to take on a veteran, Jeremy Hiles, in an Escalade. He made it to the finals just last week. He lost out to Bradley Graham and King Sling. Will they get back together here tonight? The rivalry may be renewed, but he's got to go through new kid on the block. Lily Allison in Sparkle Smash now on the inside lane. Here's the green light down the straightaway they go. They're side by side up and over the first run. They're racing hard now in Sparkle Smash. Bobbles up over the last set of cars, and Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade will take home a round one victory. Sparkle Smash on the trailer here tonight after round one. Next up in round one competition, it's the debut of Matthew Brown in the all-new blockhead machine, now ready to take on the Phenom. Rich Wagner in the Gravedigger, the former 16-time Thursday Night Thunder champion in the 1950 Chevy pedal wagon on the outside lane, all the way out of Kildare Hills, North Carolina, ready to go down against Matthew Brown in the blockhead machine on the inside lane. Who's going to round two? Green light goes down on the line. They go. Blockhead's got the whole shot over no man's lane. Now it's Blockhead. Matthew Brown, new kid on the block, will put the Phenom on the trailer. Ladies and gentlemen, these new kids ain't playing around. They are definitely setting the bar, taking out the old-time veterans here tonight. Look at the MTA photo finish. It wasn't by much, maybe half a truck, but Blockhead will advance on into round two here tonight. And now it's down to brass tacks, ladies and gentlemen. Time to defend the championship flag as Robbie Keating comes up in the Viper Securities Dodge Rampage to take on Bradley Graham inside of King Sling, your reigning and defending Revolution champion, now staged on the outside lane, trying to take that flag home. Once again here tonight, and Robbie Keating, he's been out here before. The Dodge Camp ready to go on the outside lane. Flag on the line to close round one. Green light drops down now off the line. They go side by side. Rampage right there with the champion through no man's land. And they go across the finish line almost identically at the same time. We're going to go back and check out your MTA photo finish, but ladies and gentlemen, I can't call it from up here in the booth. Your winner in round one is going to be Robbie Keating and Rampage by a tire. He'll put the champion down here tonight after round one, which means, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to crown an all-new Revolution champion here tonight. A lot of the big-time veterans have been knocked out inside of round one. You never know, a new kid on the block may take the championship home here tonight to kick off the July season. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Round two action is coming up next. Hey guys, Steve here with Monster Truck Attitude. If you ever thought about signing up for one of the MTA events, be sure to head over to Facebook and find our group, Monster Truck Attitude. That is where we hold all the registrations to get into these racing events, and you can see your name in lights right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be a part of the family and get ready to lock and load on some of the greatest diecast monster truck racing. And welcome back to Revolution here tonight as we kick off the July season. We are now down to 8 trucks, and up first here in our matchups, we're going to see the return of the Tailgater get ready to take on Midnight Rider. Then Saigon Shaker going to go one-on-one with Iron Warrior. Other side of your bracket on the right-hand side of your screen, the Cowboy's going to take on an Escalade, and then closing out round two competition, it's going to be the return of Blockhead taking on Rampage. And we're going to see who's going to make it into our semifinal competition here tonight. Again, kicking off the July season here on Revolution. Welcome back, Jimmy Clancy. First time we've seen him on MTA in quite a few years. He's back in the all-new Tailgater, now ready to take on Justin Lamb inside of the Midnight Rider. Again, Justin Lamb made it to the final round showdown last season to close it out. He lost out to King Sling in that final round showdown, trying to redeem himself here tonight. Let's see what he's got against the Tailgater. Here's the green light down the straight stretch, and Tailgater's got the whole shot. Midnight Rider coming back on him at the end. It was a close matchup all the way down to the wire. Tailgater got the whole shot, but Midnight Rider came back on him on the big end. We're going to go back down and check out your MTA photo finish, and your winner inside of round two is going to be Justin Lamb inside of the Midnight Rider. He makes a come from behind victory here tonight inside of round two. Next up here tonight, it's going to be the return of Cam Blank inside of the Iron Warrior Ford, based out of Hagerstown, Maryland. He got that Big Thunder Championship last season, trying to do something big here tonight on Revolution. He's now going to be taking on new kid on the block, Jim Cartwright, who debuted last season out. He's now ready to go on the inside lane. He's been rattling a few cages out here on Revolution. We'll see what he's got on the inside lane. Green light drops down on the line. They're side by side. The Shaker Machine's got a lead on him now, and it's going to be Jim Cartwright going into semifinals. He's going to eliminate the Iron Warrior here tonight inside of round two as he gives Gravedigger a little love tap down there inside of the shutdown area. Coming back up to the line right now, the longtime MTA veteran Jason Cook, ready to rock this house one more time in the Cowboy Chevrolet. Now ready to take on Jeremy Hiles, who made it to the final round showdown just last month on Revolution. He's trying to get back there as well, much like Midnight Rider. Cowboy, they did adjustments on that truck. Seems to be running strong for him here tonight. We'll see what he's got against an Escalade. Here's the green light down the straightaway they go. They're side by side. Escalade now with a slight lead. Cowboy's out of shape, and it's Jeremy Hiles who will take the win here tonight. Inside of round 2 is the Cowboy. Lost it coming out of no man's land. He is on the trailer, and an Escalade will move on into our semifinal competition here tonight. But next up, as we close out round 2, Robbie Keaton returning in Rampage. We saw him earlier tonight defeat the reigning champion in King Sling. He's now ready to take on Matthew Brown, making his MTA debut inside of Blockhead. He's ready to go on the inside lane. We're going to see what he's got for the Viper Security Dodge Mopar out of Champaign, Illinois. The Rampage over there on the outside lane. Keating's been out here before, ready to take on the new kid in the inside lane stage. Here's the green light down the straightaway. Rampage got the whole shot. Here comes Blockhead now on the inside. Both drivers are out of shape. What an incredible finish. Right down there going across the finish line. Not sure who got the racing win. Both trucks were out of shape as they came through no man's land, downsiding that landing ramp. As we take a look at your MTA photo finish, it was close, but your winner is going to be Matthew Brown in Blockhead. He'll put the Rampage Dodge on the trailer here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we still got a lot more great racing yet to come. We are now down to 4 trucks, plus we are going to crown an all-new Revolution champion here tonight. Be sure to leave a comment down below on tonight's video. We want to hear back from all the great fans. What do you guys think of the show so far? And how close have these races been? Here as we get ready for semifinal competition. Who do you think is going to take home tonight's Revolution Championship? We're about to find out, because semifinal is going to be breaking down the Midnight Rider returning to take on 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Shaker. Other side of the bracket, and Escalade returns to take on Blockhead. So a couple of new kids taking on some old veterans. It's going to be a shootout to that finish line, no question about it. Speaking of new kid, Jim Cartwright, we've been talking about him making an impact out here on the MTA YouTube channel. He's got the shaker machine dialed in here tonight. So does this man, Justin Lamb, returning inside of the Midnight Rider. He's had that truck set on kill all night long. It's been consistent, and it's been bad fast out here on Revolution. One of these trucks is moving on to the final round. Who's it going to be? Green light drops down on the line. They go side by side. A great race so far through no man's land. What a matchup. And Shaker looks like he got it. The new kid will put the veteran on the trailer. Justin Lamb didn't have enough in the tank. Going across the last of the cars. Let's go back and look at your MTA replay. And down at the finish line, your winner, Jim Cartwright, and Shaker will put Midnight Rider on the trailer. So the new kid on the block has punched his ticket into the final round showdown. Who is he going to meet there, however? Is it going to be the other new kid on the block? Speaking of blocks, it's Blockhead. Matthew Brown coming to the line, getting ready to take on the old veteran, Jeremy Hiles, and an Escalade. I can't say old veteran. He's been out here for a couple of years. He's ready to throw down. He's proven himself to be a top-tier driver. The Escalade truck right here on the inside lane is nothing to play around with. He's got a great piece of equipment underneath of him. Blockhead and an Escalade for the finals. Here's the green light down the straightaway. Blockhead got the whole shot. Here comes Jeremy on the inside. Escalade's over inside of the shutdown area. Not sure what happened to Blockhead, however, on the outside lane. Looks like he got out of shape coming down that landing ramp, entering into no man's land. But what a ride for Escalade here on the inside. Let's go back and break this all down. Blockhead got the jump on him down the straightaway. Here comes Jeremy Hiles and an Escalade, knowing he has to make up some ground. He's a little out of shape, but watch the outside. Blockhead goes towards the wall, and Jeremy Hiles, he knew he was going to go for broke, whether or not he smoked it or not. He turns the truck over. Nonetheless, he is in the final round showdown as our MTA track crew and officials rush down there to get that truck right side up. Obviously, the crew's going to go over all 4 corners and make sure he is back and ready, and hopefully close to 100% by the time the final round showdown gets underway. So they're going to get that truck back into the pit area and try to make sure it's back at 100% for the final round showdown. And we want to remind you guys that this show tonight, Revolution, is brought to you by our friends over at the Crush This Podcast. Be sure to check those guys out Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. Not to mention, if you guys want to check out some other great Diecast monster truck racing channels, be sure to check out Midwest Madness, Throwdown Diecast Racing, as well as the Backyard Jam. Those guys do a jam-up job, and you'll be glad you joined over there. But right now, it's time for the final round showdown here in Week 1 of the all-new July season kickoff, as Jeremy Hiles and an Escalade is going to go one-on-one with Jim Cartwright in 𝐬𝐲'_𝐭. Let's look at the tail of the tape here how the final round showdown came to be. Left-hand side of your screen, it was 𝐬𝐲'_𝐭 eliminating Monster in round 1, Iron Warrior in round 2, and then Midnight Rider in semis. On the right-hand side of your screen, we're taking a look at an Escalade as he knocked off Sparkle Smash, then the Cowboy, and then eliminated Blockhead here tonight in our semifinal competition, and leaves us Escalade taking on 𝐬𝐲'_𝐭, and that's how the final round showdown is breaking down for you here tonight. Week 1 of the all-new July season. New kid on the block, Jim Cartwright, again making a big name for himself so far, has made a heck of an impact out here on the MTA YouTube channel. Jeremy Hiles already has a name sketched out. He's over here on the inside lane. Now, we watched him turn the truck over earlier tonight in semis. The crew's going over the truck. They say he's ready to go. Who's it going to be taking home the championship here tonight? _𝐭, Escalade. It's showtime here tonight down the straightaway. They go. They're side by side. It's going to be a shootout to the finish line over the cars. What a matchup it is. Making a little bit of contact down inside of the shutdown area. And from up here in the booth, it looked like Jim Cartwright and _𝐭 got the win. It wasn't by much over an Escalade. We're going to go back down and take another look at our MTA replay. And right here, when they start coming down the straightaway, you can see that there's a slight lead to an Escalade on an inside. He's trying to hold it together on the inside lane. Here comes _𝐭 now, up and over no man's land. He's putting the horsepower down, but Escalade's right there with him. And it's going to be Jim Cartwright and _𝐭 by a tire length. He's going to put Escalade on the trailer, and he's going to collect all the money here tonight as the 𝐬𝐲'_𝐭 takes home his very first victory. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, give it up for your all-new Revolution champion, Jim Cartwright and _𝐭. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for coming out and having some fun with us right here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. We sure hope you had fun. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Give us your thoughts and inputs on tonight's show. We always appreciate some great feedback, and we love hearing back from all the great fans. Thank you guys so much once again. Be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.